welcome back to another video. That sequence you just saw was all filmed on a smartphone, and it was filmed on this smartphone, the OPPO Reno4. This video is sponsored by OPPO, and guys, this thing is crazy. I don't normally film cinematic style videos on my phone, given usually I'm doing commercial style stuff with my cameras, but when I skateboard with my friends, we're constantly filming each other on our phones, and to get to play around with something this capable was a lot of fun. That sequence was shot mainly in 4K at 30 frames per second, but this is packed with a whole bunch of features that makes this phone unique from any other phone, let alone phone, makes it unique from cameras that are available on the market. Now, you might have noticed that I am injured. Right after shooting this video, I went skateboarding with my friends at a nearby skate park, and I separated my shoulder doing this trick. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the footage of the fall, but I had just done that exact trick 3 times in a row, and on the next try, I slammed my shoulder into the concrete, tore a ligament, and here we are. But guys, let's talk about that sequence and what it's like filming with the OPPO Reno4. For this shoot, I didn't use any external equipment. I didn't have a gimbal, I didn't have a stabilizer, no sliders, no attached lenses on the phone. It was literally just my 2 hands, the phone, and of course, my skateboard. I kind of want to introduce you to as like 2 separate characters you meet at the skate park. I was thinking we shoot your intro here. AI Color Portrait is a fairly advanced filter that takes your subject and leaves them in a nice vibrant color while taking the background and throwing it in black and white. This draws emphasis to your subject in a creative way. It's a unique style that I could see being a lot of fun for people to use on their phones if they're not the most savvy video editors, because in order to achieve a shot like this normally, you would have to do it in post. You would have to desaturate the background and mask it out frame by frame, which is very tedious and takes a long time.
I look good in that one. You better use that one.
Yeah, you look wonderful. Now, moving along, let's talk a little bit about frame rates.
What trick do you want to do in 1,000 frames per second? Not many professional cameras can actually do that, so we're gonna try it out and see how it goes.
When I was first told that the OPPO Reno4 could shoot at almost 1,000 frames per second,
that was perfect.
I was like, okay, but it's probably gonna look like every other cheap camera that can do a high frame rate where it just looks like a potato. This actually looks good. Like, look at this shot here of my friend Sam doing a board slide. That is totally usable footage. And we also got these shots for our sequence as the sun was setting. We didn't even have that much light, and the shots were still very usable and looked pretty clean. Now, keep in mind that when you are using 960 frames per second on this phone, you can't just film continuously in that frame rate forever. It does it in bursts. So you have to time it with a skater doing the trick, or with someone flipping a pancake on a pan, or your dog shaking off the water as they come out of the lake.
All right, go for it.
Now, I did mention earlier that I was filming most of the skate footage while I myself was on a skateboard. This does allow for nice smooth movements, but it's mainly in order to keep up with people on skateboards, because if I was running behind them, I would just be bouncing around all over the place, so at least as I'm rolling, I can hold it steady. But as you can see in these behind the scenes clips of me filming my friends as they walk, I too am walking. I'm not using my skateboard in these shots, and I'm also not using any gimbals or stabilizers.
Yeah, just sit, and then Sam, you're gonna sit here. All right, go for it.
Yet the footage somehow still looks extremely smooth, and that is thanks to the Ultra Steady Mode 3.0. Ultra Steady Mode 3.0 is exactly what it sounds like. It just lets you take videos handheld that turn out extremely smooth as if you were filming them with a gimbal. Sometimes makes me wonder why I bought so many gimbals over the years when there's phones like this that don't require them at all. Obviously, gimbals have their place, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
overall, my favorite thing about filming with the OPPO Reno4 is that the footage just looks amazing, and you don't really have to do much to it to make it look amazing because all that footage you saw in that sequence is not color graded. No color correction, no LUTs, that is straight off the camera. This means less work when you bring it onto the computer to edit, and when you send your videos to your family, whether it's that sunset up at the cottage or that puppy that you just got, the colors and everything looks the way you want it to look. And for me, that's kind of the whole point of filming videos with a phone, because it's convenient. You don't have to attach all this fancy stuff. You don't have to use a gimbal or external lenses. You don't have to color grade and do all this stuff to the footage. It just works as is, with your hands and nothing else. But that is the OPPO Reno4. I had a fantastic time shooting with this phone. I was so impressed by the footage, just blown away by the colors, the smoothness, the 960 frames per second, and that AI color portrait mode is also pretty cool as well. But a big thank you once again to OPPO for sponsoring today's video. If you would like to learn more about the OPPO Reno4, then go to the link down in the description below. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at daniel.schiffer, and I will see you guys in the next video.